Hey guys, it's Becca with Mama Hodge Crochet and Crafts, apparently. um, I was sitting on the couch and thinking about these acquisitions I got last night when I went to Walmart. I have all these extra beads from the kit club that my mom was following. Look, a stowaway diamond. And I don't like to waste anything. I like to try to see what I can do with whatever I have. And so I picked up a couple of little things from Walmart. One were the glass beads. They come in all different sizes in there. I got them in black and in silver. I picked up some little 98-cent bead packs of some of this aqua. No, not that one. That's more of these ones here. I really like these ones. These ones are really shiny and pretty and like glass. I like those. Some of this stuff I'm probably not going to be able to use for stitch markers simply because it's really heavy, but I can try to make some more earrings. Who doesn't love earrings, right? So I was looking at the packaging and stuff and realized that it's actually Annie's Simply Beads kit of the month. This is one of them that I had done. Making the necklace and the earrings for Billy. I didn't read this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really quite understand. I'd have to sit down and really try to study it, but it's not something I normally do. So I probably won't read them. I'll just make them up as I go, and if they come out, they come out, kind of thing. Now, everything comes in all these little baggies, and, you know, that's great and all, but when you have them all in a pile somewhere, it's kind of hard to see what you have, and it's hard to be organized, especially when you sit down on your couch and do all your crocheting or your crafting or your diamond painting, anything that you're doing while sitting down. So I have these containers from one of the hit and miss type things I did for diamond painting. I thought they would be awesome because they're nice and big to hold my diamonds for my diamond paintings. But the problem is they're kind of, yeah, a little light and flimsy. And if you've got itty bitty little diamonds in there, plus you have to set them upright like this. If you set them like this, then you're having to take them all out to get to a color underneath, because you got to put the number on there or whatever. If you put symbol, if you put number. So anyway, I decided I'm not going to waste it. It's a cute container. So I looked over at it this morning and saw in my head how it would probably be a really good idea to put all my beading stuff in there. I had to move a chair out of my way. I'm sorry about that. It's kind of noisy though, so I didn't really want to do a whole lot on camera because it's just really, really loud. So I'm going to try to do it quietly. Is there a way to do anything quietly? So I printed up some questions because I always think it's fun when people are doing stuff and they talk about, you know, answering questions about themselves that you wouldn't think to ask. And if you guys ever want to do like a Q&A sit down deal where I just sit and kind of answer some questions that you guys have directly that you would like to know about me, that would be awesome. You guys can leave them down in the comments and I can print them off gradually depending on how many I get. And then we can just sit down and chat about what you guys would like to know. But in the meantime, yeah, see, that one's a little too loud, so I'm not going to do that one on camera. In the meantime, I will answer some questions I found. Let's see. It's a tag I found. What is your full name? My full name is Rebecca Lynn Hodge. Now, my maiden name is Hodges, H-A-R-J-E-S. Never liked my last name. Hated it when I was growing up. And then it's funny because my family likes to make fun of me that I married a Hodge because Hodges and Hodge are so similar. It's like, yeah, but not really. Okay, next one. What does your name mean? I have no idea. I've never been told that my name had a meaning. Does your name make any interesting anagrams? Okay, next. If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? Well, I probably wouldn't change my first name, but I've always loved the spelling of my name with the K-A-H, R-E-B-E-K-A-H. Love that. I would love to change the spelling of my name. I think that would be pretty cool. But I haven't done it this far, so probably won't. Even though I think it's really neat. Oh, those are pretty. Can you see those? They're very Aztec. It's Indian art from the Simply Beads Kit of the Month. This one is bracelets and things like that. I just came across that one recently. Some of them come already done, sort of, so that all you got to do is kind of finish it off. But that doesn't make very much sense to me because I don't know, you know, do you take some of it apart, then add some stuff, and then put them back? I mean, why put them on the string in the first place? I don't know. You guys might hear some dogs barking. There's only so much you can do when you have such a large community of animals in your home. They are my kiddos now that all my kids are grown. Put them outside so that they're not under your feet and playing and being loud. And then outside they bark and yeah, serious real life issues. All right, next question. Where are you from? All right, well, originally my dad was military. I did not grow up with him past the age of 7. So when I was a little child, we lived in Michigan, Japan, and then moved to California when I moved to be with my mom and everything. We lived in California until I was in the 9th grade. And then we moved to Vegas. Now Vegas, I started going to high school there, my very first high school experience. And so from high school on, I lived in Vegas, and so to me, I feel like I'm from Vegas because I lived there the longest because we moved a lot. And how am I gonna do this? I originally went to Walmart looking for the little lobster claw deals, and it came in this thing here, which apparently has something stuck in it, with a bunch of other stuff, but there was only like maybe 4 or 5 lobster claws in there, and they were very tiny. They don't have a very big selection there. So I'm probably going to do some online research and find out what I can find, because I really want to use all these up somehow and make pretty things. So, because this kit, one of them came with this one. And that is a good size lobster claw to me. No, sorry, I'm fibbing. That's the one I got from Walmart. This is the one I got in this kit. And I think that's the size I need to look for. If you guys have any idea what these are called, size-wise, I'm not real educated in the art of jewelry stuff and putting it together. So all comments and all advice is welcome. Okay, next question. Where were you born? Well, that one's kind of funny. My dad was stationed in Japan, Okinawa, and I was supposed to be born there because we lived there, but he had a TDY, a temporary duty assignment, in California. So I came out when we were there, and I was born in Loma Linda, California. Never lived there, didn't spend any time there, nothing like that, but that's where I was born. Where did you grow up? Some of these kind of go back. Like I said, I grew up, well, it's a little town called Hesperia, California. It is about kind of mixed together with Victorville, California. You know, if you go to Victorville, Hesperia is just like up the little highway-ish type thing, which isn't even really a highway. I don't know how much it's changed now. I was back when I was little. But yeah, I grew up there from the 3rd grade to the 9th grade. So really, if I'm going to say where am I from, I should say there. But I think as we get older, we kind of forget little childhood stuff like that. My memories kind of started in high school, I think. So that's why I say, and then I lived there until I met my husband when I was 22. So I feel like I'm from there. Who did you look up to growing up? I looked up to my stepdad when I was growing up. He was an amazing, amazing man. I miss him very, very much. He taught me so much. He taught me patience. He taught me kindness. He taught me to always give what you want to receive when it comes to your heart. What you give is what you get. And that's what I've raised my kids learning as well. If you give people negativity, you're going to get negativity. If you give people positivity, you're going to get positivity. And that's just always been my motto. That man was an amazing, amazing soul. He was killed tragically in a drunk driving car accident. My dad was trying to come home from work. He was a janitor for an elementary school for many years. And, well, most of my life, actually. And somebody was leaving one of the casinos that was on, it was like a major highway my dad came down off of. He hated driving on the freeway. So he would take all the back roads to get home. Even if it took him an hour to get home, he would take all the back roads to get home. And he just happened to be turning on the main high, it's like a highway road. It's not the freeway, but it's like a highway where you can go faster. And he was trying to turn left at a light, and the guy hit him so hard that he flipped his car around and made it look like he was coming from the opposite direction. It was super sad, super sad. But that man, yeah, I really looked up to him a lot. He taught me a lot. He was always so understanding, so caring, so loving, and I just wanted to be him when I grew up. Ooh, I like those ones too. Heavy though, so you can only use so much with the stitch mark. I mean, that would be okay by itself. There's only so much you can do with stone, right? That's not going to be heavy. Okay. What are your best characteristics? I'm not the most comfortable answering questions like that. I guess I would say, because that kind of ties into the question and goes underneath it, what are your favorite things about yourself? Let me word it differently. Rather than me saying, guess what's my favorite thing about myself is? No. I like my ability to remain optimistic and calm and understanding in all situations. I wish everybody I knew could just take that over and just be understanding, relaxed. A lot of my family members tend to it's funny because I raised them all with the personality of being calm and relaxed, but they all seem to have this Spitfire personality where they on high guard and they want to, attack everything. And I'm just like, guys, who raised you? Like, I don't know. But I just think it would be good if more people could look at life glass half full. Just be a little more optimistic. Everything's going to be okay. Big motto I like to live by, things I always raised my kids up to hear was, life is all in how you look at it. If you wake up in the morning and you decide today's going to be a terrible day, I have a horrible headache, it is the worst day possible, then guess what? It's going to be a terrible day and the worst day possible. So, I tell them, wake up in the morning, tell yourself today's going to be an amazing day. Treat everything as if it were your last day on earth. I don't know. I am done with that question. Which of your parents are you closest to? Well, my dad was my best friend. My mom is my best friend too. Don't get me wrong. I was close to both of them for different reasons on both sides. My mom and I were really close because I was the only one, which I get now that I'm older and I have the same medical issues and stuff that she had. And you have the child or two that understand what you're going through, and they push through to try to make you more comfortable and take care of you, and it makes you feel really loved. And so I was able to do that for my mom, and so it made us close. She always knows she can call me, and I'm going to be there to answer, and I'm going to take care of her and take care of any questions she might have and things like that. My dad and I, our relationship was more of like I can sit down and talk to him about anything, and he would just sit and listen. He would never say anything. He wouldn't pass judgment at all. He wouldn't try to fix it. He would just sit and listen. And that's all I needed sometimes. You know, you just want to sit down and vent it all out and have somebody understand, and then say the encouraging things at the end that make you feel okay about what you just said, but not really try to fix the issue kind of thing. Dang dogs. So sorry with the barking. There's only so much I can do. Yeah, so I don't like that question as far as like, who are you closest to? Because, I don't know, I feel like your parents both do different things when raising you, and you find different ways of being close to them. In my opinion, anyway. I don't think that's going to fit in there. Anything in that one? Okay. Let's see. I'll answer 2 more questions and then I'll be done with this video. Let's see. I don't like these questions. They're really weird. Okay. What is your biggest accomplishment? Being a mom. My biggest accomplishment, not just being a mom, but being a military wife, military mom, moving around. You know, when your husband gets noticed he's getting deployed and comes home and tells you, and all of a sudden you get ready to have to be mom and dad several times in your child's lifetimes growing up. Yeah, that's a big accomplishment. Taking care of those kids, raising them, making sure everybody's okay, making sure nobody's killing anybody, and, you know, just trying to take care of everything. Because when your husband's deployed, it's not just about raising the kids either. You got to do all the stuff that your husband was doing, like taking care of the yard, taking care of household stuff that might break down, you know. That was a big accomplishment. Another accomplishment that I'm most proud of in my life is, as far as like when I was younger, was I'm a singer. My whole family is a long line of country singers. I'm not, I mean, I sing a lot of different things, but when I was in high school, I played Sandy in Greece in my senior year. We had this huge production because the school was in Vegas. So we had, like, they really wanted to do a bang up job with it. So they hired an actual like producer lady to come down and everything. And she was real picky about the cast. She wanted us all to look the part. And she didn't realize how tiny I was, because I got up there and I sang wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt wrapped around my waist. So she thought I was like a heavier girl. And then this other girl gets, I mean, I sang that song, Since I Don't Have You, because I guess Hopelessly Devoted wasn't a song that they did in the play. She's like, I don't want any of y'all getting up there and singing Hopelessly Devoted. If any of y'all sing that song, you're out. I'm like, okay. So I get up there and I sing that song, and she stands up and she is just like, now that is how you sing that song. And that moment just made me feel so amazing. I felt so accomplished, so proud of myself. Like, I can't believe I did it. I let somebody hear me sing. And then the next day I get up and she's like, okay, we put the casting up. I go out to the casting area in the theater, and I'm runner up. And I'm like, what? I started bawling right then and there. I was the most sensitive person in high school and growing up as a kid from being bullied and stuff. So yeah, I wore my heart on my sleeve. And I was runner-up, or I was understudy to this girl that came and sang this song. She did an okay job. But she was a cheerleader, and apparently looked the part more to this director lady, producer lady, whatever you want to call them, than I did that day. So I get over it and everything, and then I'm walking in later in the afternoon and bringing, Mrs. Brown was my teacher, I'm bringing her some stuff that she had asked me to grab. And that lady's sitting in the chair, and I was all dolled up and stuff, you know, I had a good day, I guess, that morning. And so she's like, oh my gosh, Rebecca, if I would have known that you look like that, you would have got the part in a second. And I was like, what? Like, oh my gosh. Luckily, the girl had to choose between being a cheerleader and being in the play. And of course, she chose cheerleading, so I got the part. And yeah, amazing time of my life. It was a week-long production. We had 2 shows a night. And yeah, it was really great. One of my favorite memories, and a big accomplishment that I will never, ever forget in my life. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end it at that. I have finished kitting up all of these wonderful new interesting toys to play with. And thank you all for joining me and listening to me answer some questions. I hope you had a good time, and I hope to see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.